Hello, this is Soundout here, and today we'll be taking a look at the SpiderBot I picked up at Avengers Campus.
It's morphin' time!
So here is the SpiderBot. Now, I picked this up at Avengers Campus in Disneyland, or Disney California Adventure more specifically, and it's actually really cool. So I wasn't sure if I was going to pick up one of these because I heard about him, and I was like, I don't know. I think he was, let me check the price here, $80, which was I was like, But I kind of saw him in person, and I was like, you know what? I do really want one of these. So I picked one up, as you can see. Here is SpiderBot. Now, what's cool about these is they do appear in the Spider-Man Web Slingers ride as kind of the enemies you fight because they're out-of-control spider bots that start replicating infinitely, which I can relate to. I dealt with some mini puffs last week. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. But these guys are pretty cool. They're cute. They're fun. And what's really neat about this is it's a remote-controlled spider bot. Now, there is a battle system function to these. If you had two of them, or if you had a friend who had one, you could battle with them. And that's cool, but I only bought one because at $80, I was like, you know what? We're just going to get one of these. So, yeah, I mean, there's not too much else to say. He looks like a spider. He's got cute eyes. Very cute little spider dude. But let's just turn him on. So, switching on the switch on the bottom here.
SpiderBot online.
So, SpiderBot's online. Here's his controller. Very similar to like a video game controller. This is an left and right. This is an up and down, even though it looks like the opposite, but whatever. Then you got two buttons in the middle, one on the side, and two trigger buttons. So we'll turn the controller on, and you can see when everything's lit up, that means he is fully online. So here he is. And I'm just gonna... He totally walks. It's kind of adorable. And he can move around. He makes a ton of noise on this table. Oh, I think, did he get stuck? Nope, he's still going. I'm having too much fun with this. So what's kind of fun about it is that you get... let's back him up here. So you get this battle function, right? So if you hit either of these triggers, he fires little web blasts, apparently, and then you have to wait for it to recharge. And this one is a superpower, which you can see there. And that won't recharge until you reset the entire thing, but that's out, but this comes back on.
Blaster recharging.
And then that's good to go. He has this little button here, which is a shield, but it projects the spider symbol from Avengers Campus, which is pretty cool. It reminds me of the old spider signal that Spider-Man used to have back in the day. This button is a crouch, so it's a dodge function. It's not really that exciting, but if you press it too many times, it will overheat. So that's pretty cool. And then here is his life bar. So if he's battling someone and he takes a hit, then he hits that. Now, if you hold this button down, it'll activate a self-destruct, which this is what will happen if you lose the battle, if you get hit 5 times.
Self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
Which is pretty fun. I did see a demo at the park itself where, yeah, you get into a battle, and if they get hit 5 times, then boom, the plate goes off the head. Now, what's kind of funny is you can't just put this back on, because this is linked to a tech part of it. You actually have to turn it off, turn it back on, then put the plate back on.
SpiderBot online.
And then you have to turn the controller off and turn it back on to get your special missile blast back. So for me, the battle function, not necessarily the thing that I bought it for, but having this remote control little SpiderBot dude is actually pretty dang fun. He is adorable. Now, the funny part about him is that this is the functions you get out of the box, which I actually think are pretty cool. And honestly, you know, 80 bucks may be a little high, but it does have a charm factor to it. And I do think the technology is pretty neat. Now, there is ways to upgrade this. So much like with the Galaxy's Edge stuff I reviewed last week, you can upgrade Mr. SpiderBot in many ways with different upgrades for different Avengers. So what's kind of fun about this is you can basically dress up your SpiderBot, and then they get different abilities for the combat system. For me personally, I decided to pick up the AntMan set, so let's take a look at that. So here is the AntMan Tactical upgrade, which are sold in very similar boxes to the SpiderBots themselves. So, you know, keep in mind, if you buy one of these, you still got to buy one of these. But this was 25 bucks, which, again, kind of high. I think they could bring the price down a little bit on this stuff. But I did it anyways because I really wanted my SpiderBot to look like Ant-Man. So the way to work this is that you get 2 new panels here, and then you get a bunch of, like, leg coverings. So let me show you the process of swapping this out. So first of all, make sure the SpiderBot's on.
SpiderBot online.
Turn the controller on, self-destruct him.
Self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
And that'll give you the panel off the top. So then you want to turn it off, and then turn it. So then from here, before we turn it back on, let's get that out of the way. We'll turn the controller off, so that way it doesn't sync issues. So you want to pull in the face, and you just got to kind of grab the edges here, and that'll eventually detach the front faceplate. So there is horror and pain. You want to attach this faceplate back on, like that, and then for the moment we will do that. So you want to look for, it'll be AL1. There is like one of these that is slightly different, and it's supposed to be for the front. And that always is kind of a pain to figure out where it's at. So AL1, so that'll be AL1 goes here. So that's kind of, because the front legs are slightly different than the rest of them. And then all the AL2 parts are there. You want to notice that it says it inside there. So AR1 goes over here. This is an AR3, so it goes there. And they just clip over the normal SpiderBot legs. So that's an R, that's an R. So that goes on there. This is an L. Should all just be ALs at this point. There you go. And then turn them back on. So it resets, and then you push the plate back on the top.
AntMan Tactical upgrade online.
So there is the Ant-Man. So this is just stuff that goes off to the side if you want to turn it back into Spider-Man. But we got that. This is actually cool because it's a, I think it's a growth disc from PIM Technologies. And it has this little like thing on the back so you can plug it onto his leg. So the dude is fully cosplaying as Ant-Man. And I love it because I love MCU Ant-Man. I love MCU Ant-Man. As my MCU tier list showed. So here's the controller connected. He still functions the same. He still walks around just as good. He's probably a little heavier now because there is extra plastic on him, but looks pretty nice. You can see he's got Ant-Man's little ears there. It's pretty cool. There's a lot to it. Now the big differences in terms of combat, still makes the same sounds there. Still same makes sound there. The projection's different. This is actually what's pretty neat. So on the bottom here, you can see you got the Ant-Man symbol. So there is a lot of tech, I think, inside, but I don't know how many people are going to buy all the tactical upgrades at 25 bucks a pop just to get all the functions. But it's kind of neat that at least it's not just a cosplay set. There is something different. And I think his special ability is that he can crouch as many times as he wants without burning out, which isn't the most exciting. So each of them has a different ability, each of them has a different little symbol for that shield effect. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, alright, so the whole package here, if we get them closer to the camera, come on, I'm trying to line them up. Walk on over, do close up, alright. So the whole package here for the Ant-Man design SpiderBot here was 125 bucks. Yeah, I know going to a Disney park, you kind of expect to spend, you know, more than you normally would on some things, but I don't know if it's 100% worth the money, but I do really like it. So it's hard to describe because I think going in, you look from the outside, it's like, oh, maybe that's not worth it, but there is some charm to having an Ant-Man themed SpiderBot in the house. And I actually, you know, again, even without the battle functions, I kind of like the ability to just have a SpiderBot running around the house is actually pretty fun. And yeah, if this gets out of range, apparently, it's totally not working. So let's reset Mr. SpiderBot here. There we go.
AntMan Tactical upgrade online.
And then, of course, you know, I do have 2 different looks for this guy, but I just love how he goes straight. I'm not even pushing a directional. He just... He really shuffles around. He doesn't walk in a straight line. It's charming. So yeah, that's pretty much the SpiderBot. I don't really know what else to say beyond this, but yeah, I actually kind of like the guy. Not kinda, I really do. This makes me happy. It does bring me joy, and honestly, I like it a whole lot. So, yeah. At the end of the day, it's not for everybody, but if you happen to be in Avengers Campus and you're looking for something fun to get, and you want something that's going to be more than just, you know, a quick little fun thing like some of the web slingers stuff they have, I actually do think it's fun for that. It's a nice souvenir from the trip to Avengers Campus, and it's a nice souvenir too because I got to meet Ant-Man from a distance. So I got to see Ant-Man at the Avengers building, which made me very happy as well. So I'm done rambling. Apparently he's not done rambling. We're going to shut him down for the moment. Overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below, and tell me if I wasted my money or not. Because honestly, I don't feel like I did. I felt like his price was a little high, but I'm overall happy with what I have. So yeah, that's pretty much it at the end of the day. Am I happy? Yes. Then that's all that matters. But what will also make me happy is if you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to keep up with future uploads, because sometimes you get really great stellar content, and sometimes you get videos like this where I was like, dang, I have a deadline to meet, and I'm going to totally just ramble about the SpiderBot for hopefully 10 minutes. I have no idea how long this is. We'll be probably cutting it down if it's too long, but here we are, and I can't even close out this video because I am mentally drained from doing 3 videos a week, but stay tuned because lots of awesome stuff is coming up, including the Marvel Legends 2021 rundown happening sometime in January or whenever my pre-orders show up. Thank you, shipping delays. But on that note, be sure to check out Hero Club at hero-club.com, and also my awesome graphic designer on Twitter at darklaw643. And until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.